Hi, and welcome to the University of Stavanger, and welcome to your new life as a university student. It's great that you decided to study at the Faculty of Science and Technology, and I'm really delighted to have you on board for the introductory physics lecture FYS100, where we cover the basics of Newtonian mechanics. In this lecture, you will meet many different students from different disciplines, from engineering, science, and teacher education, and together with our staff here at the Institute for Mathematics and Physics and our student assistants, we look very much forward to helping you master this fundamental subject so that you have a firm basis to succeed in your further studies. Let me tell you a few words about our lecture. We have 3 lectures each week. All of them take place in the EOJ auditorium. On the canvas, you can find a link to the maze map site where you can see the location of this EOJ auditorium. We have these 3 lectures each starting at 12:15, and they last until 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And in the pre-semester week, we have also 2 lectures, one on August 13th between 10:15 and 12, and on August 15th, again, 10:15 to 12. For all the different lectures, you can always visit the Timeplan webpage. The link you can also find on the canvas. From my own experience as a student, I can only really recommend that you attend all the lectures and actually take handwritten notes. It has been shown in many scientific studies, and 2 of them you can actually read up on the canvas, that handwriting really helps the brain recall information, and thus you will be able to learn the subject matter much better if you take handwritten notes. If you cannot attend the lectures because of other university-related appointments, then you will always be able to find recordings of our lectures on the Panotto video page, and the link is also there on the canvas. On the canvas, you'll find an outline of the course in the form of modules, which correspond to the different chapters of our textbook, which is the FYS100 Mechanic by Survey and Jewett, the second custom UIS edition that you can also buy from the bookstore. Since repetition is a really important element of learning, I expect you to read each chapter in full before we start discussing it in the lecture. We will follow up on your reading with a few Kahoot quizzes where you can directly get feedback on your reading progress. And on the canvas, you can find a small video which explains how a Kahoot quiz works. All right, in science, there are 2 levels of understanding. There's a conceptual understanding and there's a practical understanding. When you listen to the lecture, you talk about the lecture with your friends, you read the textbook, you take notes. What you're doing is you're developing a conceptual understanding of the subject matter. But at the same time, you will also need to practice the practical side of science, which consists of solving hands-on computational problems with pen and paper, programming code to solve more complex problems, and learn how to carry out actual experiments. And just as analyzing a football game in front of the TV is not the same as being on the field and playing the match, you will have to acquire the skills and practice on your own by doing computations, by carrying out experiments. And indeed, as any athlete will tell you, it takes really hard work to achieve good results, but it really feels good when you succeed. For the homeworks and tutorial sessions, together with the student assistants, we offer you the opportunity to practice problem-solving skills by working on the weekly homework exercise sheets in dedicated tutorial sessions. You will find those sessions marked as Öving in the Timeplan, and again, there is a link to the Timeplan on the canvas. In each of these sessions, the student assistants are present and will help you with any questions you have regarding solving the exercises. Once you have solved your exercises, we expect you to take pictures of the written solutions with your mobile phone and then upload this completed homework as a PDF to the Canvas assignments page. And the student assistants will then go through, score your homework, and then give you a pass or not pass mark that you will then be able to see on on your Canvas page. As part of the assessment, you will have to successfully complete 6 out of 9 exercise sheets that are marked by the assistants almost each week. And this is the qualification part of the lecture, so that you're able to participate in the final exam. In the tutorial sessions on Monday mornings, that's the one in Shelf Egeland's building E, room E262, between 8:15 and 10, one of the student assistants will present the solutions of the homework problems of the previous week, where you can then see how you did, and you can ask questions if you have. Let me tell you that in the past I've seen students fail to achieve learning success as they found, say, a solution to the homework problems online and then work through the exercise while reading that solution. This really does not allow you to train the relevant skills that you will need when solving generally new problems where you don't have the solution available, be it in your work as researcher or during an exam situation. Nowadays, there are really many ways how you can cheat yourself out of learning success. Perhaps you may think about using artificial intelligence tools or dedicated pace services online to solve these exercises. And I strongly recommend that you do not waste your money on these services, since the final exam will be an in-person exam held on campus where you simply don't have access to any of these tools. Practicing the hands-on pen and paper problem-solving skills in the tutorial session, and of course you have to also do this at home because it takes more time than just attending the tutorial session. You may think that this feels very bothersome at first, but you will also see that as you make progress and acquire more and more skills, that you really get a benefit from these homework exercises. Since last year, we also include programming exercises in FYS100 because many physics questions that you encounter in your life as scientist and engineer are solved via computer simulations. And as part of FYS100, you will practice how to write programs in the Python language in these homework exercises. Many of you attend the dedicated Python programming course .120, where you will learn basic ingredients of the Python language. And we will begin with the use of Python after a few weeks, once you've progressed in .120 to the stage of control structures and functions. And for those who do not take the .120 course, and of course anyone who is interested, I will offer a Python crash course in the afternoon during the first few weeks of the lecture, and I will announce the dates for this during the lecture. You will benefit from your physics skills that you acquire working on the pen and paper problems, because it allows you to understand actually quite well whether your computer program works correctly or not. And this combination of physics insight and computational skills is really a great real-world skill that will do you well either as a scientist at a university or as an engineer in a company. We also have laboratory exercises because besides computational and programming skills, researchers are experts in designing and carrying out experiments. And you can hone your skills in experimental physics during 2 laboratory exercises in this class. These laboratory exercises are held in the physics lab, which is in the 3rd floor of the Shelf Egeland's building, room D352. Again, there's a maze map link on the canvas, how to find this room. And in these lab exercises, you will get hands-on experience in setting up, conducting, and evaluating the results of basic experiments related to mechanics. And the first I'm planning to hold at the end of September, and the second one at the end of October. And since real-world life happens in teams, you are also going to form teams of 3 students to work on these lab exercises. During the semester, you'll be able to sign up for a time slot over a period of 10 days to carry out the lab. And after that work is done, you have a week to write the report where you don't have to solve a homework exercise sheet. You have to complete both of these lab exercises successfully to participate in the final exam. And so with this, I'm very much looking forward to exploring exciting subject in physics, mechanics with you over the coming months, and wish you a lot of success with FYS100, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you in August.